path for Ohio State to repeat as national champions, going back to back from winning it all with a 14-2 record in 2024 to winning it all again in 2025, is multifaceted. And I want to thank Buckeye Mike for asking this question. His question verbatim was just path for OSU to win it all. Just a brief text. Absolutely love it. If you want to ask me a question and have me answer it like I am Buckeye Mike's question, join my Discord server via the link in the description, navigate to the hashtag YouTube mailbox channel, and give me a bold prediction or ask me a question. If it fulfills those two qualifications, which are pretty easy in relationship to college football at least, I will make a video out of it. But the path is multifaceted here. So Ohio State, because of how much they lose, and because they play, Penn State in Texas, and then Michigan on the road, week 14, Penn State's week 10 at home, Texas is at home week 1, and they'll have to play one of the better teams in the Big Ten in the Big Ten championship game, and they'll have to face a lot of top-tier opponents in the playoffs. A lot will have to go right for them with how much they lose. So the 5 main points that I came up with, I could have came up with more, but this is a, Q&A session, really, type segment. So I thought brevity would serve us well here. The line of scrimmage must play close to its talent ceiling. That's number 1. Before we resume this segment, please take a few seconds of your time to make sure you have liked the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for the channel and for any team podcasts and playlists linked in the description, and also comment your thoughts down below in the comment section and join my Discord server via the description. All of those things I just asked you to do are completely free, and they sign you up for things related to my channel, or they don't sign you up for anything. No cost to you, and all the benefit to you because we release daily college football content here on College Football with Sam. If you want to support the channel monetarily, sign up for a YouTube membership or check any other links in the description for my merchandise store and Patreon page. Thank you very much, and let's get back to the segment. So the O-line has to improve significantly from last year. Now, there won't be a Donovan Jackson or Josh Simmons on this line. I don't even know if Hinsman will be as good as McLaughlin, but how this line can improve significantly is it can avoid the meltdowns it did last year, where a player got hurt or they faced a little bit of adversity and they just got put in a blender almost instantaneously. The best O-lines, when they face that, they don't crumble like that. And that happened to Ohio State last year at multiple times. It can improve. It can do that. They return experience. I think they have a good coaching staff for their offensive line. It's possible. And to pair with that, the defensive line, they lose 4 starters. They lose a lot of size. They lose a lot of talent. The average star player rating from last year's D-line to this year's is going down a little bit. And Larry Johnson's recruiting has been more hit and miss recently. The D-line has to play to its ceiling too, which means regressing, but only by a little bit. Next up is, I think, much more realistic, and there's not a lot of negative here. Just Sayin needs to be a top 10 QB. Should be easy, given his talent, given Day's resume with quarterbacks, and I think there's a good chance Sayin could be better than that, for sure. He only needs to play at a Kyle McCord level with his supporting cast. Now, if reason number 1 ends up being, the antithesis of what Ohio State needs, and somehow even worse than last year, the O-line and the defense massively drops off, well, maybe that won't be correct, but I thought 2023 Ohio State was one of the better teams in the nation that year. If they beat Michigan and Ann Arbor, they would have won it all. So I think with better receivers than McCord had, an equivalent tight end, an O-line that likely will be equivalent to that unit, maybe not have the same floor, but again won't have Simmons or Jackson, I think all he needs to be is a Kyle McCord, top 10 QBR player with what he has on defense and the head coach he has. Number 3, the coordinators have to work out. Hartline can call plays with little assistance, and Patricia fits like a glove. That's what has to happen. He can call plays without much assistance. Should say without, not with. But even if he can call plays with, much assistance and there can be a collaborative effort, he just needs to work out. It can't only be Day both trying to game plan as a head coach and as an OC. He needs to contribute in some way. And then Patricia needs to fit like a glove. The DB room outside of Downs is at least good. So this doesn't mean corner has to improve from where it was last year, or that safety at, nickelback and strong safety has to totally rebound. They just have to be good, because Downs is elite enough to compensate for some things, and Ohio State has the talent there to where they should be good outside of Downs. Last but not least, everything else performs as expected. So wide receiver, number one group in America there, might be the number one group overall. Tight end could be the best tight end room in America. Linebacker, they could contend for that. Safety, certainly. And they brought in Jackson Corville, who's a good kicker as well. So if Corville, and then, Downs and McClain, Reese, Styles, Peyton, Pierce, Max Clare, and then Innes, Tate, Graham, and especially Jeremiah Smith, if they all perform as we expect, which, means a lot of them improve to where they were last year, or they perform at the same level, that plus the prior four things coming true, that will get you Ohio State winning it all in 2025. Of course, with the asterisk there of like Penn State or Texas not turning into 2024 Georgia, because then more would have to happen. But they get those teams at home. They'll be better than Michigan, although they play Michigan on the road, but they'll still be better than them power ratings wise, which helps. Week 1, they play Texas, 2 Grambling State, 3 Ohio. Off the Week 4 bye, they play at Washington, host Minnesota. Back-to-back road trips at Illinois and Wisconsin, Week 7 and 8. That's tricky, but if these things pan out, they'll get through those games. Week 9, they get a bye. Week 10 against Penn State at home. They play at Purdue Week 11, host UCLA and Rutgers back-to-back Week 12 and 13, and then close out against Michigan Week 14 on the road in the game. Ohio State, I think, realistically is going to go anywhere from 9-3 to 11-1. Even if a lot of these things pan out, or all of them, I would still think that they're going to be a one-loss national champion. There's just enough losing, and then where the Texas game is at the point of the season, and with how much Penn State brings back, and the recent issues with Michigan, to where I don't think Ohio State would be a 16-0 national champion. If they repeat, you'd probably be, 14-2, 15-1, maybe 13-3. You get the point. I mean, maybe even 14-3 if they enter like with a 10-3 record. 10-2, reach Indy, lose in Indy, get a road game in the playoffs and go 4-0, which, with Day and just how insane he is in the playoffs, is definitely possible. But I think those would be the things that have to happen for Ohio State to go back-to-back, is the line of scrimmage reloads and offensively improves. The line of scrimmage hits its ceiling. Sayin just plays to his talent level. The coordinators, their hirings play more towards the potential ceiling they have than the floor, or even than towards the average, because Ohio State's coordinators last year were pretty good. The DB room mostly maintains what it was last year, might get a little bit worse, but with Downs and then the other talent they have, they're still very good, still elite overall. And then everything else performs as expected. It's going to be hard to do, but it's hard to win the national championship, and Ohio State is one of those programs that can win it all, that can win it all every year. Even like a team like Penn State, who I have as my preseason number 1, I don't think can win it all every year. Maybe my mind will change on that, and having Jim Knowles as DC helps in that endeavor. But Ohio State's top 5 in talent. Day, I think, is the second best head coach in college football. He has a great staff. He knows what he's doing. Ohio State has resources, and they have the 2 best players in college football right now, in Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Smith. So they can absolutely win it all in 2025. The Ohio State Buckeyes can. Their path is to play to their ceiling at the positions that are the most concerning, to make sure their coordinators play, or not play, but coach at a great to elite level, so their coordinators go to their ceiling too, that Sayin just does what we think a 5-star quarterback should do, that the other known positions on Ohio State's roster function as expected. Nothing like the corner room from 23 to 24, where it was elite that year and then just good the following year, and you think, well, what happened there? Can't have any of that, especially when in the playoff now you got to play 3 or 4 games against top 10, top 5 teams in a row, and Indy is no longer a layup like it was when Urban Meyer was there, or in Day's first 2 years, or from 21 to 23, where Jim Harbaugh and Michigan went to the Big Ten championship game. Thank you for watching College Football with Sam. Make sure that you've liked the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for the channel and team playlists and podcasts in the description, join the free Discord server where we talk college football 24/7, and have commented your thoughts down below. Check out the description for any ways you can support the channel monetarily. Everything else I've asked you to do is completely free, and your support means the world to me. We're trying to become the next big thing on college football YouTube. 6-figure subscribers, maybe 1 million one day. I think we can do that. And also check out any videos or playlists, anything in these columns right here, where there will be videos and playlists. Yeah, you get the point. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.